Hey you guys, what's good? This is your boy Matto MTL, and today we're going to be looking at the Nike X Concepts Turdunken highs. See you in a bit. Hey you guys, what's good? This is your boy Matto MTL. Today we're going to be talking about the Nike X Concepts Turdunken Duck High. When I say duck high, it's not a slip of the tongue. It's actually a little play on words on the Nike SB Dunk High Pro model. Concepts and Nike teamed up once again to create a super fire thematic collaboration shoe that set the sneaker world ablaze. They come straight out of the oven, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about when we get to the packaging. This is the special box edition that was released in collaboration between Concepts, the Boston streetwear, skate, and sneaker boutique, and of course, Nike. Concepts coming straight out of Boston with the heat was swinging for the fences by taking this Louisiana classic favorite, the turducken, and immortalizing it by turning it quite literally into a sneaker. So what is the turducken? Well, essentially, it's a chicken inside of a duck inside of a turkey. Put that in the oven and boom, you get the turducken. So how does Concepts execute the turdunken concept? How do they bring that to life? Well, they have a chicken foot motif with little plumage. That is on the sock, on a Nike DriFit sock. That sock, which obviously would go on your foot, goes inside the duck mallard-inspired dunk. And that dunk was wrapped up beautifully in some Concepts turkey wrapping paper. And there you have it. That is the turdunken. In Concepts' own words, the turdunken is actually the furthest they've ever taken any sneaker collaboration. It's absolutely insane and off the chart, even for Concepts standards. And Concepts has all kinds of amazing, crazy packaging with the Lobster series, the Ugly Christmas Sweater series, the Holy Grails, and tons and tons and tons of other dunks more. The sneaker is a quite literal interpretation of a mallard duck, which is absolutely amazing. From the head to the feet of the duck, you have every aspect, every element, all the colors in the plumage, the feet, everything is covered when it comes to the mallard duck, including some nice little touches on the interior of the sneaker that has to do with the table settings and the spread that you have set up for Thanksgiving. When it comes to execution, this sneaker was executed exquisitely. All of the packaging, all of the extra little goodies, the theme behind the sneaker, the marketing, everything was done amazingly. However, when it comes to the assembly of the materials, there was a little bit left to be desired. I have some extra glue stains on the bottom of my sneakers. I have some extra pieces of fabric that I was noticing that didn't belong, that were like glued together on the back of some of my sneakers. It seems like quality control could have been done a little bit better. So now that we know the crazy concept behind the turdunken, let's break it down and see what this sneaker is actually made of. Starting with the lateral side of the sneaker, you'll notice a bluish purple iridescent Nike swoosh. This represents the inside of the wing of the mallard duck. On the opposite side, you'll notice the green iridescent swoosh. That swoosh is to represent the head of the mallard duck. The head and the neck are both this rich, vibrant green color. And you'll also notice that green iridescent material and color down the tongue. On both the lateral and medial panels of the sneaker, all around, you'll notice a nice, rich, dark brown suede that is also continued in a lighter color around the forefoot with a much shorter haired material. Moving to the toe box, you'll find a smooth, buttery brown nubuck. On both the lateral and medial quarter panels, you'll notice a laser cutting technique that I had actually never seen done before until I had purchased the Jordan 15 Kubos. The Jordan 15 Kubos utilize the exact same technique to create a sort of plumage effect that, again, was to bring a theme or a concept to life. And this was to create one of the bad guys from the film, Kubo and the Two Strings. This was to create his sneaker and match the textures of his creature, of his form. So it's really interesting that they decided to reuse this laser cutting technique. On the heel, you'll notice a very dark charcoal gray nubuck with a slight hint of a bluish tone to it. On the tongue, you'll find that green iridescent material reused that we found on the swoosh on the medial side. This completes the mallard duck's head and neck and definitely is one of the eye-turning elements of the sneaker that will bring people to look at your shoes. At the top of the tongue, you'll notice the label, and the label in this instance has been customized to say Nike SB Duck High Pro. This is, of course, the Dunk High Pro model, but they've changed it to make a play on the words quite literal. On the inside of the tongue's label, you'll notice the Concepts logo in white. Moving inside the sneaker, you get a beautiful tablecloth-inspired pattern that is custom done by Concepts. In the pattern, you'll be able to find a lot of natural elements to a mallard duck's surroundings. You'll find quite a few ducks flying, you'll even find some trees, and if you look hard enough, there's little Easter eggs where you can find the Concepts logo, as well as a pair of the sneakers tied around a branch. From the head of the mallard duck to its feet, no element is left uninspired. The midsole is done in a creamy light orange with a pink outsole, meant to replicate, of course, the look of the mallard duck's webbed feet. The outsole and the midsole of the sneaker complete the mallard duck's inspiration on the Turdunken. When it comes to sizing and fit, the Duck Highs fit exactly like any other Nike Dunk High SB Pro would. They fit typically true to size, and as somebody who's about a 10.25 with a true to size 10, I hover around a 10 or 10.5. In these sneakers, I went for a 10.5 for a nice, slightly roomy fit, and they are absolutely perfect. When it comes to packaging, Concepts always goes the extra mile. This release was no exception. The theme for the box is the oven that the Turdunken is baking inside. On the side where you'll see the front door of the oven, you'll see the Concepts logo as well as the little window that shows you what would be baking inside. Turn that over to the top of the box, and I call this the top because this is where it would open up to reveal the sneaker and the extras inside. You'll notice the knobs for the oven, as well as the handle to pull the door open. And you'll notice that there's a crazy fire and some smoke starting to come up. And this is because the concept is that the Turdunken is so hot inside that it's burning up the oven as it's cooking. Guys, I've been talking about appreciating the finer things and the little details in all of the packaging and everything that went into this sneaker. Can we seriously please take a minute to appreciate the fact that Nike SB is spelt out in the tiny indicators above each knob on the oven box packaging. The fact that they went through this much trouble to make the concept this real, this on brand, is absolutely worthy of Sneaker of the Year in my opinion. Moving on to the top of that, you'll notice that the oven is complete with its burners, as well as quite a bit of white smoke that's emanating from the oven. And as you flip that to its final side, you'll see the Concepts logo against a black background with some of those wisps of smoke drifting up towards the logo. On either of the opposite sides of the box, you'll notice smoke against a black background, and on one side, you'll notice that this is where the size is denoted. Once you pull the box open, accordion style from each side, you'll notice the Concepts logo done in an oven coil for the C. Next, you have the Nerf Concepts Turkey Vortex. This is meant to represent the leftovers from a Thanksgiving dinner with a turkey drumstick, which is of course the Nerf Vortex football, as well as just some cardboard cutouts of mashed potatoes with gravy, some corn, and a little Nerf pie. If you flip the leftovers tray over, there's a little nutrition label courtesy of Concepts and Hasbro. Wrapping the whole thing together, you have some wrapping paper from Concepts, which is essentially some graphic art of a turkey with the Concepts logo stamped into the breast. Under all of this, you'll get your new standard Nike SB Rainbow Edition box. Inside the sneaker box, you'll get the Nike DriFit socks, and this comes with a chicken foot motif that completes the turducken theme. The socks overall are a nice dark navy blue and fit the iridescent blue swoosh perfectly. And of course, one last thing to tie these all together, yes, pun intended. Attached to the sneakers, you'll find a mustard yellow pair of laces, as well as the standard brown gravy colored laces that come pre-laced in the shoe. And lastly, you'll get the cranberry laces. But of course, I had to go with the cranberry colored laces because my two weaknesses in life are ketchup and cranberry sauce when it comes to sauces and condiments. So I had to slap that onto the Turdunken because, you know, it says a little bit about me, and that's partially why we wear sneakers and why we love them so much, because it gets to make a statement about who you are, what you love, and the story behind you and the sneaker. So it's a perfect relationship, I feel, between owner and sneaker. Now, when I talk about exquisite execution of this concept, Concepts went all the way down to the brown corrugated box that they ship you the extra goodies and your sneakers inside. They gave you an oven branded box, a box that would contain the oven, that would contain the sneaker box, that would contain the extra goodies and your Turdunken inside it. I mean, it's just layers upon layers upon layers of excellence and thought that went behind this concept, and I truly appreciate that in a sneaker. So when you look at the brown corrugated box, it's printed the same on all four sides, and it reads Concepts, oven on fire, roast your friends in front of their friends. And then there's a few buzzwords or keywords that are down here that if you read them left to right sort of makes sense each line. Not totally sure what the reasoning is behind it, but it's definitely a cool little touch and amazing attention to detail. So that's about it, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell below so you're one of the first ones to know as soon as I drop a brand new video. And let me know in the comments if you guys think that, in Concepts' own words, this is the absolute craziest collaboration they've ever done on a sneaker. I want to know your thoughts on what you guys think is the craziest Concepts collab sneaker ever released. With that said, remember you guys, wear your kicks, take care of them, and have a great day, you guys. Peace.